Hello! So, this video will tell you about strategic human resource management and equal employment opportunity and safety. First, let us introduce ourselves. We are from Faculty of Economic and Business, University of Lampung, Management Major 2017 and 2018. Our lecturer is Mrs. Kumala Hayati, SAMSE, and our group consists of me, Ardian Fauzan, and my friend Arpan Maulana, and the last is Gusti Ray Kamandanu. Strategic Human Resource Management. Learning Objective. After watching this video, we hope that we could describe the differences between strategic formulation and strategic implementation, list the components of strategic management process, discuss the role of human resource function in strategic formulation, discuss the more popular typology of generic strategies and the various human resource management practice associated with each, and the last is describe the different human resource management issue and practice associated with various directional strategies. What is strategic management? Strategic management is a process and approach to overcome the competitive challenge faced by an organization. Elements of strategic management process: strategic formulation and strategic implementation. As you can see, this is the model of strategic management process. By the way, what is strategic formulation and strategic implementation? Strategic formulation is strategic planning. Groups determine the strategic direction by defining the mission, objectives, external and internal analysis, then generating various strategic alternatives and comparing the capabilities of these alternatives in order to achieve the company missions and goals. And implementation strategies is organizations follow the strategies they choose. There are 5 important variables that determine the success of the implementation of the strategies, including organization structure, task design, selection, training and development of people, reward system, and the last is type of information. So, now the question is, what is the role of human resource management in strategic formulation? The strategic management decision-making process carried out by the company usually occurs at its peak levels, with a strategic planning group consists of executive officers who are equivalent to the president director, executive officers who are equivalent to finance, the president, and various vice presidents. However, each element from the process involves business problems related to people. Therefore, human resource management needs to be involved in every element. Relation of human resource management and strategic formulation. There are 4 levels of integration between human resource management function and strategic management function. The first one is administrative relation. In this connection, human resource management is only focused on daily activities, apart from the elements of the strategic management process. Second is one-way relationship. In this one-way relationship, they said that the human resource management function is a system, designer or programs that establish a strategic plan. The third is two-way relations. In this connection, it is possible to consider human resource problem in the formulation of strategies. The last is integrative relation. Integrative relations are dynamic and many are based on continuous interaction rather than sequential interaction. Human resource management practice. There are 6 human resource management practices. First is job analysis and planning. Second is employee recruitment and selection. The third is employee training and development. Fourth, work management. Fifth, structure of payment, incentive, and benefit. The last is labor relations and employee relations. Type of strategies. According to Porter, there are two generic strategies: cost and differentiation. Cost strategies tell that value can be created by reducing costs, and differentiation strategies is an effort to create the impression that company's product or service is different from another company's in the industry. Directional strategies. Directional Companies may have used 5 categories of target strategies to meet their objective. The first is concentration strategies. In concentration strategies, require company to retain various skills at this time. Second is internal growth strategies. Internal growth strategies focusing on new market and product development, innovating, and joint venture. Third is external growth strategies. These strategies emphasize sellers and suppliers or vice various business that allow companies to expand their territory into new markets. Fourth is margins and acquisition. And the last is downsizing. In downsizing, the company removes a number of employees that planned and designed to improve the organizational effectiveness. The roles of human resource in providing strategic competitive advantage. Emergent strategies said that most strategies identified by lower people in the organizational hierarchy. This is often done by employees in general who provide ideas for new market, new product, and new strategies. A changing firm competitiveness. A method related to human resource that can be source of competitive advantage is through the development of human capital that provide a unique ability to company to adapt to an ever-changing environment. So, the conclusion for strategic human resource management. Human resource management has a profound impact on the strategic plan or implementation. By developing and aligning human resource management practice that ensure the company has motivated employees with necessary skills. Equal employment opportunity and safety work. Learning objective. Identify the 3 branches of government and the role each play in influence the legal environment of human resource management. List the major federal laws that require equal employment opportunity and the protection provided by each of these laws. Discuss the rules, responsibility, and requirement of the federal agency responsible for enforcing equal employment opportunity. Identify the 3 theory of discrimination under title Civil Rights Act and apply this theory to different discrimination situations. Identify the major provision of Occupational Safety and Health Act and the right of employees that are guaranteed. Legal system in the U.S. The basic of the U.S. legal system is set in the U.S. Constitution that affect human resource management in 2 ways. The Constitution outlines the constitutional right of citizens where the government cannot violate. The Constitution established 3 main government bodies: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. 3 main government bodies. Legislative consists of House of Representatives and the Senate. This body develops laws governing many human resource management activities. The legislature moves to ensure that various minority groups have equal opportunity in many areas of life. Executive consists of the U.S. President and many government agencies that oversees the President. Judiciary consists of central government court system consisting of 3 levels. Equal employment opportunity refers to government's attempt to ensure that all individuals have an equal chance for employment regardless of race, color, religion, sex, age, disability, or national origin. The constitutional amendment that help or support the equal employment opportunity, the 13th Amendment and the 14th Amendment. These are the congressional legislation that support equal employment opportunity. This is the government regulation that support equal employment opportunity. There are Government Regulation Number 11,246 and 11,478. Implementation of the equal employment opportunity. As discussed earlier, the body of the central government bears most of the responsibility for implementation of equal employment opportunity or EEO. Law passed by the legislature. In addition, the executive body must implement government regulation issued by the president. The two agencies are responsible for the enforcement of law and government regulation. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission or EEOC and Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs or OFCCP. This is the type of discrimination. There are different treatment, different effect, and proper assistance. Sexual harassment, affirmative action, and reverse discrimination, result of the law of Americans with disabilities, are the current problems regarding diversity and equal employment opportunity. Employee safety. Occupational Safety and Health Act or OSHA gives the central government the right to establish and enforce occupational health and safety standards for all working places involved in interstate trade. Safety awareness program. Identify and communicate hazard, do safety practice, advancing international safety. So, the conclusion for equal employment opportunity and safety is, we should view employees as the result of source of competitive advantage in relation to them in ethical ways and in accordance with the laws, and providing the same place of work.